is about 3 months without riding the bike. Tires, according to the sensors, 30 psi on the front, and both 30 psi pretty much, way 10 psi under. So we're gonna put some air on the tires. The sensor didn't lie, 30 psi. Also, one thing that I wanna hear the noise. That's why I don't know if you guys know about amplifiers. DSP. This thing needs a DSP box for the radio. Another thing I was gonna tell you guys about. See here? See this light? There's a video coming soon. I'm gonna talk about this light. Let me see if it's working like it's supposed to. Oh, look at that. The light is working. Anyways, there's a problem with this light. I'm gonna talk about it right now because, like I said, I'm gonna make a video. But I got things to say about this bike, you know. But let me hold my thought about it until I make the video. 30 psi. Again, the sensor don't lie. So we're gonna get this one almost 40. Like I was saying before, I don't know if you guys could see. It's one of those good things about having this type of sensor. I made a video about this sensor for the motorcycle. It's called Fogo Bike 2. I think it's worth it, especially when you're on a road trip and you get up in the morning, and obviously one of the biggest thing we kind of feel lazy about it is checking our tire pressure, especially where the Harley Davidson, we gotta, for the baggage on the back, we have to take one of them out. And a lot of times, I think most of us, we look the other way around. We don't do it, and we hope that we still have a good. But it's one of the good thing about this, and that you just Bluetooth, open your phone, just make sure you're pretty good. And if you don't, okay, now you have to put some tire pressure on it. And this is one of the good things, it's makes a quick look. So I highly recommend it. It's called Fogo Bike 2. As you can see, I haven't rode this bike since I came back from Key West. We're talking about October and we are March. So definitely the tire were about 10 psi low than what they're supposed to be. So good thing, good thing to know, and highly recommend it.
How are you guys doing today? It's been a while that I haven't made a motovlog like this. I promised Corey that I was gonna call him to go to lunch, but I got lazy, so I'm just riding around the lake, which is not that far from my house. I don't know how long this battery is gonna last on this GoPro. It's kind of very low, so I got my backup my other 360 camera as a backup, and I got my external audio as a backup, just in case of that damn GoPro dies on me. You know, it's you kind of tell when you haven't rode for a while. First of all, it took me about an hour just to get myself set up. You know, an hour before I left my house. That's one thing. The other thing is, got on the bike, put it on first, took off, and you know what? I forgot to put the clutch. My neck hurts a little from that. It just tells you that when you stop riding your bike for a while, it kind of like, you start forgetting little things. And that's why you need to start getting back on the bike. You know, kind of like a warm-up. Get back into your routine before you start going on a long trip or whatever, you know, a planned trip that you're planning to do, a weekend. You need to get some WD-40 on that thing. Like I said, it's my first time getting back on the saddle since I did my Key West trip. The temperature right now is 69 degrees Fahrenheit, and man, what a contrast from last week for me. I could say last week it was pretty much on the 40s, overcast. You know, it was one of those what they call the blue moon, some crap blue, whatever. You know, that's what I was feeling. So I say, you know what? I have to take the damn bike out. I have to. I need to get back on the saddle just to warm up. Which I was planning to go to lunch with Corey, but I got lazy and 12 o'clock came in. I'm like, you know what? I need more time to do a lunch run with Corey, given the fact that, you know, Corey kind of live a good 40 minutes from where I live. So it needs more time for preparedness. So, you know, sorry, Corey, if I didn't call you back, but I got lazy. So I'm just going around the lake just to do this MotoVlog and do a little update and just get something to do some editing. You know, guys, for me, my favorite part of motovlogging, I probably will be editing. I like the technical stuff, even though it's a pain in the ass to get set up. Especially right now, me, that I'm using an external mic. But it's one of those things I enjoy. I don't enjoy the setup. I enjoy bringing all those files, web files, MP4 files, bring it into the timeline and start putting things together. So, like I said, right now I'm heading towards the Arcapala Lake. Usually there's some parts of the Arcapala Lake that are closed. So we're gonna stop by and see if it's closed or not, and we're gonna take it from there.
Alright guys, we're here at the Arcapala Lake. This is one of my favorite spots when I'm riding local around, you know, around my neighborhood. Coming here to the Arcapala Lake is usually very quiet. You know, obviously I come here during the week, so I usually don't find anybody around, you know. The other thing I was going to ask you, what do you guys think about this setup? Well, obviously I haven't told you what it is, but what do you guys think? I pretty much have my not too far. I'm kind of testing this setup. I'm always trying different things, you know, and testing different audio. I'm going to tell you with this setup. This is a Canon R6. It's one of my favorite video and photography cameras from what I have right now. I have the Canon R and I have the Canon R6, but Canon came out with this lens. This is a 16 millimeter prime lens. It's a 2.8, if you guys could see. One of the things is because it's a 2.8, I gotta put a variable filter to bring down the light because of the 2.8. But it looks pretty good from here. Right now I'm shooting on 4K. I have the external mic. I'm waiting for a new mic that I'm gonna test. This mic is pretty good, but the other one is a little smaller, but it's supposed to be great, and it doesn't require battery. So I'm waiting for that external mic. But given the fact that I have the Osmo Pocket, which I love the Osmo Pocket when you are around a lot of people if you want to shoot, but I always go back to the DSLR because of you know because of I always like the cinematic feel. That if you look a lot of these high profile bloggers, even motor bloggers, they carry a DSLR, some type of DSLR, a Canon or a Sony type of DSLR. But I'm testing this setup. It's a little heavy. It's not that heavy. It's what helps is this 16 millimeter lens is they call it a pancake lens because it's very compact. But trying to test it to see how it feels. I want to see if I can bring this setup for my incoming trips for 2022. Kind of to step up not to step up the quality, but I don't know, just to get a different feeling. So we'll see. But what I like about this, I think, is you don't have to stretch your arm that far. It's a 16 millimeter. It's a full frame 60 millimeter. So there's quite a few videos that I have planned coming on the next few weeks, even with the trip. And just wanted to do a little update. What do you guys think about the current situation right now down in Europe? It's getting a little airy about that. What's going on in Europe right now. But we got to keep praying, and hopefully things won't escalate to something worse. Hopefully the weather start getting better towards the week March, and I could be able to bring more content. So other than that, guys, remember, stay safe and keep your bike between the ditches.